So what is coaching during the game and why is it so important? In the 80s, a gentleman by the name of Tom Peters wrote a book, and his concept was around a thing called management by wandering around. And when I first heard the concept, I thought, yeah, that's made up. But there's a real power to it, and then dives deeper in the behaviors. And what I've done in my process is modernize that a little bit, not just in language, but specifically the behaviors to perform on the floor and away from the floor. And I call it coaching during the game. So what is that and why is it important? I tell the story about Nick Nurse, and I don't know Nick Nurse. When I was at Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment, we didn't cross paths because he came in after. Nobody won when I was at MLSE. But Nick Nurse, great coach. When the Raptors won the NBA championship, do you think in Game 6, Nick Nurse called a timeout when the team was down and said, "Hey, we're down by 2, so let's go get a 3. Go." No, what happens? That's not how coaches coach. So why do we coach our business any different? What Nick Nurse does, and he has a group of assistant coaches, is they pull players aside in a timeout. Yes, the scoreboard's given them a result, but he's looking for behaviors that are causing that result. He's looking to see what the players are doing based on what they've been trained to do compared to execution and trying to close the gaps. So it may be that Steph or Clay are killing us from the 3-point line, and that's causing the scoreboard result. But the coaches aren't going to coach that by saying, we need to stop them from scoring. What they're going to do is they're going to coach it by saying, listen, guys, we are not getting out to the 3 to defend. And here's why. They're running that pick and roll, and we're not getting around it and switching up and providing support, and no one's getting to the open man. Remember, we worked on that on practice. Here's how you break away from that. And there may be those behaviors, or it may, the ball they may be getting in too many easy shots inside the paint. And the coaches are saying, like, we're giving them too much room down low. They're getting in way too close. We got to be shuffling our feet quicker. And there's all these micro behaviors that they're talking about to allow the players to change the behavior to change the result. And you got to be in the game to see that. Yes, after the game, do they go and coach? They review video? Of course they do. They take it away. But in business, the parallel is, how often do you get on the sales floor on a big launch with your team? Or how often are you in the kitchen when there's a big weekend for the restaurant? Or how often are you out with your marketing team when they're building a back to school campaign? When are you observing them do what they do? And what you want to do is you want to prepare for that opportunity. So what are the behaviors you've been noticing happening that are causing results? And then go and observe them live. Watch the behaviors, give some feedback, take the coaching opportunity, give some recognition. But while you're there as well, find out what your players, the team, need from you to succeed that only you're empowered to do. That may look like a process change they want to give you some insight on. That may look like another department that needs to support them in their efforts to service the customer. Those are all things you find out during the game. And there's a very specific way to go about that. Prepare for your plan. Ask question, observe, pick up the broom, right? So when you're out there, show empathy by doing the jobs that they have to do all the time so you can understand and demonstrate that you get it. Take away an action plan from what you've learned that day on top of all your coaching opportunities. All these things take your coaching sessions, which are theoretical in nature in the office and your one-on-ones, live into the environment. And that's where people change behaviors and where you as a coach or a leader will see more that's relevant that you can change for your business. So try coaching during the game. If you want to learn more, I'll throw in a couple links. You guys know where to find me. I hope it helped. But coaching during the game, stop coaching the scoreboard, start coaching the behaviors.